what's on my website, you ask? Well, bookings. So you click the book online tab, and you can access any one of my services, like tarot reading. For example, I offer so much more, like coffee cup reading, candle wax reading. I just ordered a new box with colors. So I very much look forward to do your candle readings. So if you book a 30-minute or longer, I will shout out your first name in the beginning of a video as well. So thank you so much for everyone supporting, showing your love on this channel. And I also offer ASMR albums, so go check out my ASMR albums. I just recently made a video talking about my ASMR albums and all the platforms I'm on, like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, Tidal, SoundCloud, AudioMag, etc. Amazon Music. Alright, so go check me out. You can listen to my videos outside of this platform. Alright, and this video, as you can see the title, I have nothing to do today, like nothing to talk about, nothing to say. I don't know, like there's just nothing going on. I have no ideas. Like I need to really sit my butt down and come up with more content, or maybe you guys can. I know I've already asked you like a billion times, I never thought I'd have to get this far to like have to keep asking for ideas, but yeah, I guess here we are, right? But this video is not about asking for ideas. It's more just me rambling about random stuff going on in my life, like what I'm doing, any updates, anything I want to talk about. It's not even just about updates or anything in particular, really. It's just a video because I have no idea what to film today. So, yeah. What's the first thing I want to say? Well, yeah, I definitely am trying to promote my ASMR albums more lately. That's very important. Still doing the bookings. That's flowing like usual. I think I need to send out another newsletter on my website pretty soon. So make sure you guys sign up for the newsletter too. It's on the homepage of TonyBomboni.com. Just scroll down a bit, you'll find it. It's very easy. Should I say it? I did actually film something. I did actually have something to do today. Alright, I'll say it because I mentioned it on TikTok Live. I'm working on an online course. Yes, I said it. Okay, fine. I spoiled it. No, I didn't spoil anything. There's nothing to spoil. It's just I have to promote it eventually, so might as well now, right? I'm working on an online course. Not going to say exactly what it's about yet until it is all done and ready to go. But it is there. It is there. It is being worked on, and I just filmed the second video. I'm trying to film like one a week, with like different clothes, like for every day of the course, because there's going to be like different days in the course where you can just watch it, but like you can watch it anytime. It's going to be called day because it's like a class, right? Like day 1, day 2, day 3, right? It's going to be super affordable. Like anyone can buy this course, okay? It's not going to be a crazy number, alright? I want to reach as many people as possible, and because it's a one-off thing, like it's just a pre-recorded videos, like it wouldn't be fair to charge someone an insane number when everyone is going to have the right to watch the same video. Like I would have the right to charge an insane number if it was me making a different video for every person, like what I do on my bookings, and they're still reasonably priced because every video is custom. But these are videos that everyone will watch. It's the same video. I won't have to do any more work after I'm done with this, working on this course for the next 3 to 4 months approximately. So of time and work and effort and thought. I put 2 years of thought into this before I even really bothered hitting record. Because I had to go through the, like, writing down the ideas, organizing them, I even, like, long ago I went and asked a friend, like, some advice, because they did an online course too, what's their opinion, what they think I need to work on or do or include in it, and so I was forming some ideas with, like, even just my mentor, like, very smart people, to try to see, even, like, purchasing other successful people's courses, right, like, to see, like, how do they do it, how do they format, how does it look, so, and even researching how am I going to put it on my website, because there's no way to put an actual course on my Wix website, so I have to format it in, like, a pricing plan, so it's this whole thing. And then I also had the downtime of waiting to be passionate enough, motivated enough to start, because it's the right time. It's the right time, like, it truly is. It truly is. So, I'll share more of that story another time, maybe after the course is out and people have bought the course. I'll talk about what happened the very first day, but it's something special to me, so I'll keep it secret for now. But yes, I'm finally doing the course, and I know I said I was, like, so against it for so long, like, I'm like, it was really just, I couldn't be bothered. I don't know why, like, whether it was envy or I couldn't be bothered, because I was, like, rolling my eyes at, like, every other finance YouTuber, like, buy my online course. I'm like, oh my god, like, I didn't want to be one of those guys, and it's not a case of that, because obviously I'm not a finance channel. Sometimes I wish I was, because I'm like, oh, they seem to be making bank, but anyway, overall, it's not something I'm, like, that passionate about. It's interesting to hear about sometimes, but, like, you ever watch those, like, finance channels or, like, news? I don't watch the news, but, like, when someone watches, like, the news channel and it's, like, flipped to the finance channel, I'm like, oh, like, it's so boring. Like, who actually sits here, like, and watches this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess if you're an investor, sure, but I'm like, oh god. Anyway, like, stocks suck now. Like, there's nothing like, what are you gonna invest in? You're just, like, I've had stocks for, like, years, and, like, they haven't had growth in the last 2 years. I'm like, what's the point? It's just like, what's the point? So it's not something that interests me, but, I understand the long-term growth stuff, but I'm more interested in the creative, and this is why I like doing different things, like the bookings, like these videos, some vlogs, making content, I would be so bored if I was just, like, a millionaire and just sitting and not working and just flipping through news channels all day. Like, that's not a life to me, that's maybe for someone else, but I always want to be doing something. I'm chronically bored. Like, if I don't do something today, I'm gonna, oh my god, this is why I despise Saturdays and Sundays, because not only are people not active online, hardly, on, that means they're, like, not really subscribing to stuff, booking stuff, like, barely, and I'm like, I'm so bored, I'm so bored. I hate the weekend, because I know everyone's out doing stuff, and sometimes I am too, but that's because I have to, like, force myself to do something. But even to that, I'm like, oh my god, everything is so expensive now. Like, I step out the door, and as soon as I step out the door and breathe, like, I feel like I'm charged $350 right there and 99 cents. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I'd rather be home, like, buying someone's online course for that money than doing that, you know what I'm saying? Or going, like, attending a virtual conference or something. Every time you hang out with a friend, it's like $99.99. I'm like, honey child, no, everybody always be expecting you to pay for things and crap like that. I'm like, I'm not about that life no more. I don't know, I've changed, but, like, when you've been a homebody so long, you just don't care anymore, and you don't care about the same things. Like, I've been single for months now. 11 freaking months it's been, actually, today. Wow. And I've been sober for 9 months now. Yeah. That feels really good to me, like, to know that. Wow. Yeah, I've been on a journey of healing, cleansing from, smoke, drink, all that stuff. Like, I haven't smoked nicotine in, I think it's been, how long now? 9 years, approximately, yeah. And some days, like lately, when the devil tests you, I get cravings like crazy, and I still don't do anything about it. You know why? I don't buy that stuff. Like, I don't do it because I don't buy it. Like, I don't order it online. I'm not gonna sit here and order a hookah set online and then have it delivered to my door and feed and tempt my addiction. No, my goal is to totally clean. My original goal was 10 years, and I'm almost there. And then so that way I can set another goal for another 10 years to continue my clean journey, And yes, when I was very, very young, I did smoke cigarettes for a short period of time, and yeah, that was tempting too. But it was mostly like the hookah, the tobacco, and then I did those like e-pens, and then I won't go into it, but sometimes there were some influences and friends who would, do that, and then I didn't know, it was against my knowledge that they were like different things or strains of stuff, and then I was unaware that it was actually something else, and then that influenced me in not the best way. So this is why I'm being very conscious of who I'm hanging around, because to be honest with you, and I'm not hating on Floridians, but every Floridian I've met, viewers, friends, best friends, like, relationships, dates, flings, situationships, everyone smokes, drinks, or both. So it's very hard for me to meet someone who doesn't do either. And I used to not think like this until I noticed that every time I'm hanging out with someone, it's a bad influence on me. Because I am very, sometimes naive. And so, like, I say I'm gonna stay clean and stuff, but then as soon as I'm around that person, they offer me something, I'm like, oh, sure, why not, and then before you know it, you're 3 glasses of wine in, 2 in, and then something else I won't even go into. Like, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm not disciplined around others. I'll put it that way. I so easily get peer pressure, that's what it is, and part of fasting from even drink, it was that, because shortly after my relationship ended, after I found out he cheated, I was drinking obsessively. Like, there was one day, like, I probably downed the whole wine bottle, like, not the whole at once, obviously, but, like, during that whole day, like, and I was even finding myself taking a glass in the afternoon, like 12 o'clock at noon, like, midday drink, like, that's not, on a work day too, like, that's when I knew I had an issue, and I needed to resolve it. And there was even once I did, like, before filming a video, and that was like 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, Tony? Like, pull yourself together, and it was August, and I remember the day now, August 17, and today is May 17, 2023, so it was August 17, 2022, so it's been 9 months. I look to the 17th every month, because I know that's my milestone. Like, this is when I said, stop, no more. I think the 16th was the 17th was the last day. I took that last swig, and I said, no more. I'm not gonna let this situation or any other situations hold me back, because I also, before I even met this person, who was a negative influence on my life, looking back overall, I was clean for, I think, 1 year, and then I started drinking again. It was actually before, it was not this person, but this person, it was a friend, but anyway, I won't go into it. They were also heavily drinking, but yeah, they were negatively influencing me. So my goal for this is 2 years, right? So August 2024, and then I can go another 2 years after that. So that's how you set goals. You have to kind of be like, okay, I'm going to do this for this period of time, because you're never going to motivate yourself by saying 15 years. Like, it's never going to happen. It's just not, you know? You have to go step by step. And it sucks, because it's like, once you get to a certain point where you do something for so long, it makes it that much harder to give it up and to stay totally clean from it. Also, I understand, like, it can have something to do with genetics, because I know on my father's side there was a lot of that activity going on, both smoke and drink. So it's like, how can it be easier on you? You know, Macedonians, Eastern Europeans, they all do, like, literally profusely, like, it's in their blood, literally, you know, that's why they call it, it's in your blood, like, literally it is, you know, it's hard to avoid it, but, you know, the work that I do, the healing arts, per se, my mind would be cluttered and cloudy, and I couldn't perform, I couldn't intuit, I couldn't give my best. I would give a false perception to people, and this is serious stuff, you know. People are paying for your services, okay, actively. You know, I was just looking in my analytics folder the other day, and I'm like, oh my god, like, all my top clients, like, they're giving thousands every year, hundreds of dollars every year to my services alone. Like, I believe I have to give my best, you know. I can't be, you know, if I ever run into issues ever again, that's when I stop. And on those days when I had those issues, when I was like, you know, midday, and like, I didn't do any reading. I couldn't. You can't do a reading when your mind is clouded. So this is why I decided to stop, you know. And I'm not saying all tarot readers or Reiki healers should, you know, they don't deserve a class or two every week or so. It's nice to relax to it, but you don't have to. You know, you don't have to pick up that bottle. And I even started, like, I went from wine even to beer. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't even like beer, you know, so it was crazy. And then there was a friend around me that was, like, not, like, drinking those, like, those canned ones that are, like, 14%. I'm like, oh my god. So this is when I knew I had to stop. Like, it was getting too much, and I would go down a hole that I would not want to go, and I would never get out of, because that's how you ruin your life, you know. It's not hard to ruin your life. It just takes some poor decision. Honestly, it takes one bad decision to be like, F up everything. And I did speak about this with much vulgar language on TikTok Live, like, you know, criticizing myself, really. But when I went to this trip in Central Florida a couple months ago, I went on TikTok Live in the hotel room, and I just poured my heart out. I was like, hey guys, you know, this is what I've been suffering with, struggling with, dealing with. Yeah, you guys got to hear my story, and I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart, because that was not easy to share. That was not easy to talk about, and I don't know what compelled me to talk about it today, but yeah, this is just a random video, like I said, so, you know, just kind of like a story time, I guess. I still don't know what I'm going to call this video, but anyway. The healing journey, it sucks, because you heal, and then sometimes, you know, it can happen because you're a human being with emotions. You can slip up, you can fall again, and you have to get up and keep trying. And I empathize with so many people with that journey, with struggling with something they are addicted to, you know, no matter what it is. It could be, even I was addicted to, like, being with easy, but then it became hard some days, and then it became easy again. It's always like that. It's kind of like some days are better than others, but you have to keep going. I've been listening even to Hungry Fat Chick on YouTube. She struggles with food, her relationship with food, but it's past the point. She knows herself. She even said it, like, it's beyond the point where she can even really do anything about it at this point, but it does help to have someone there to stop you and say, hey, knock it off, but unfortunately I never really have that around me. I kind of have influencers rather than demotivators, I guess. Yeah, it is nice to have someone to be like, hey, you need to snap out of it. Like, almost like shake your shoulders and be like, knock it off, right? It would be nice to have a friend like that, It would be nice to have someone on the health journey, I'm trying to eat better, no more, even, like, I'm doing my best, I'm human, but, like, I'm trying my best, like, totally got everything, like, drive through, ramen noodle stuff that's not good for me. I used to have that stuff, like, once a week, which I didn't think was doing harm, but, now that your metabolism starts to slow down and you have to work out more to compensate, no, I don't want to harm and poison my body with not so nice, non-nutritious meals, stuff that won't, feed me well, and, my journey with iron issues, and I know I need to get better. And then the eyes, I've been dealing with my eyes. I think, thank God, I'm better now that I have my new prescriptions. I gave it 2 weeks, and it's true, like, you need 2 weeks to settle into new prescription glasses and contacts. It's very true, more glasses than contacts, but anyway, and after 2 weeks, yeah, they stopped getting sore, and, I was able to watch, TikTok videos again. I'm trying to cut that too, I've been, like, I think in the last month, I've been on my phone less than ever before. Like, I have the screen time totally down because, yeah, it's just about, I think universe sometimes is telling you, you need to take care of your health, you need to put in work to take care of your health, but sometimes it gets difficult because it's like, okay, I'm already putting physical work into my life, making videos, content, bookings, all that stuff, and now I'm working on the course, so it's like, oh my gosh. But then I remember how many things I cut out of my life, I was posting on a platform, some of I won't spell it out, but it was, a platform where you post certain things, and then, yeah, so I deleted it, and, it's been officially deleted as of May 2nd, and it felt good, because, that was something my ex was doing, and he was posting even, like, my content on there without my permission, like, literally. It was just heartbreaking, but I forgive everyone. I'm not gonna do anything about it because, I don't want to look back, honestly. It's just, I'm over it. Like, I want nothing to even be reminded of it. Anyway, it was all my decision to be with that person anyway, so I take accountability for my actions, and I should have known better and not been such a doormat, which, again, I keep seeming to repeat that cycle and pattern in my life. Is like, oh, I'll let you take advantage of me. Sometimes I have a feeling like I need to heal someone even though I know they can't be healed. You ever feel that? Like, it's not your job to heal everyone, But anyway, so it was almost my revenge to delete myself off that site because I knew he hated what he did, but he had to do it for money. He had no choice. And so me deleting it is like, in a sense, rubbing it in your face, like, I don't have to do what you do, So that was part of the reason I deleted it. I mean, I had like almost 8,000 likes on that platform. That's not easy to get. But I'm looking back, I'm like, oh my god, I only made like $15,000 on that site. Like, that's nothing. So, like, after like 3 years, whatever, like, it's not gonna serve me whatsoever long term. Especially for the amount of work it took and like the type of content. I'm like, it's not worth it. If it was like maybe 150,000 in 3 years, maybe, but it was not worth it to me. connection with God. And then I was starting to hear about other creators leave that platform, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should too. Maybe it's time. And it just felt right. It was like perfect timing, you know? Yeah. I don't even know why I joined to begin with. I guess I felt kind of lost like 3 years ago. And I just felt like, you know, I ended some like really toxic connections with certain people, and I just felt alone, and I just felt like I wanted to reach more people. I don't even know what I felt. It was a while ago, but yeah, I guess sometimes you have to stray from the past to find it again, right? You won't know you're on the path until you stray a little. Does that make sense? So yeah, I forgive myself, and you know, I want to choose to respect myself, my body, my health, you know, and not just misuse it, mistreat it, my temple, to give it love, respect, and kindness. And that's how I can help the world. That's how I can help heal, help guide. And that's what I truly want to do. I want to stick to what I'm truly interested in, you know. So yeah, I'm excited. I really am. So I have completed 2 days of the course, and I have about 9 more to go. So 1 a week means about 9 more weeks, and then another couple weeks or so to figure out how to put it on the site, and that's going to take some time. I mean, I saw the video tutorial, I'm like, oh, it's going to take some time. First of all, the man doing the tutorial, he's fine, okay, he's fine. So I'm like, first of all, I'm going to be distracted looking at him the whole time. Second of all, I'm going to have to pay attention, so I'm going to need a lot of coffees, but that's the thing, I can't be drinking too much coffee because of the iron. Did y'all know seafood boil has like so much iron? Like, it has like a serving of seafood boil has half of your daily iron in it. So go eat you some seafood boil, okay? I'm talking mussels, shrimp, potatoes, corn. It's good. Oh, I had some seafood boil from Aldi the other day. I'm like, oh, my mouth is watering. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, and it's super cheap. But too bad it doesn't have no crab legs, because those are pricey. Did y'all see Lovely Peaches on Judge Mathis? Let me know. She says she ordered $2,000 of crawfish in Club Penguin. Girl, no wonder you got scammed. Anyway, I haven't made a TikTok about that, but let me not go into it. That reminded me of like Trisha Paytas when she was all over. She was on Dr. Phil, she was on The Doctor, she was on My Strange Addiction. You guys remember that? Like, she was on all those shows. Oh, America's Got Talent. Yeah. That was funny. Did you guys know I used to apply on different shows? Like, I even like messaged the Kardashians once. And like in the email, I think that was back when you could like email them like or the show or whatever. It was like 2012, and like, you guys should do ASMR on your show. And then all these years later, look how it manifests in the weirdest way. I see Courtney, she's doing, I think, on her TikTok ASMR. I'm like, oh my god. It came true. I used to even message Trisha. I was like, Trisha, like in 2015, I'm like, you should do ASMR. And then she started doing it shortly after. So I'm not saying it was because of me, but maybe she read my email and was like, oh, that's not such a bad idea. Anyway, I mean, she used to do ASMR back then, like, before she had an ASMR channel. Like, she did some great ASMR, like, they got a lot of views. It was weird stuff, but it was good. Especially the one where she's, like, on her phone, or, like, doing the hand massage. Those were good. I go back to those sometimes and replay them. Or she's, like, pretending to be an alien or something. some silly stuff. She probably deleted half those videos. She's like, I don't want my baby watching that. Oh Lord, if I ever have a child, I might have to go back and delete some videos. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Speaking of the Lord, I'm looking at my Holy Bible. Guys, I made it to Revelation. I'm on Revelation 3. I have about 10 more days to go, and I'm all done reading the Bible. Like, it took me 2 years. I looked at the date, went to Holy Bible when I bought it. May 21st, 2021. 2 years. It took me 2 years to read that Bible. I started reading a chapter a day. And then after about halfway through, the Lord was like, yeah, you need to read 2 chapters a day. I guess he knew I needed more of the Holy Spirit, so. Oh my God, it took so long. It took so long. But yeah, I've been reading it every morning, pretty much for 2 years. A chapter or 2 a day, yeah. Anyway, Revelation is a blessing. Apparently, if you read the book of Revelations, it gives you a particular blessing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's interesting. And right now I'm also reading Jesus and the Essenes by Dolores Cannon. I used to listen to her audiobooks in 2019, and then I forgot about her for a while, and then all of a sudden I start getting recommended on Instagram her again, and I'm like, oh wow, this like really is like public stuff now. Like, it used to be so like hidden, So I decided to buy all her books. There's like 16. Oh my God, she has so many books. And I'm reading them hard copy. Yeah, I'm going back and reading them now physically. And even the ones I haven't read yet or listened to through the audio, so that's gonna be fun. But it's a really good book so far. I'm about halfway through right now, because I read a chapter of a book a day for years now as well. That's kind of like what I've just actively committed to doing. I've started listening to motivational messages, speakers, even like pastors who are so funny, by the way. Like, did you know pastors are hilarious? Like, you ever listen to like a pastor talk for like an hour? Oh my God, especially if they've been doing it for like 15 years. My Lord, they are hilarious. And they're always talking about like their private jet or their like the $3 million they made that year, and I'm like, let me do fasting. Let me do fasting first, and then I'll think about doing pastoring. I'm like, dang, they make more than so. No, and that's not even 3. That's not how much they earned. That's how much they spent for one thing. They're like, oh yeah, I had to repair my jet for like $100,000. I'm like, and people are out here shaking their booty on camera. I'm like, for little pennies. Like, child, let me do pastoring. Oh my God. Imagine how, like, all of a sudden you see Bomboni Ministries. No, I could never. I wouldn't even, are you kidding me? I don't even know what to do with that money. Oh my God. No. Again, I feel like you really need to start doing something if you're passionate about it. Let me not say too much, because I talk about some of this stuff in my online course. Anyway, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long course. It's going to be... let me think now. If I add up the numbers, probably 3-4 hours of video content. Yeah. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot to sink in. You're going to have to pause sometimes, take notes. Like, it's going to take you longer than just that 3 hours to go through it. Yeah. With breaks in between. Definitely. So, it's not going to be like a quiz or anything of the sort. I'm not going to test you and make you pass. No, you just sit there and listen. But it's a lot. It's going to be a lot. Okay? It's going to be emotional. Sometimes it's going excited with me. I'm really excited, and it's gonna be an honor truly when I promote it. Like, I hope this is a success, because when I did my book, when I wrote and published my very first book, which took 6 months to do, it was a flop. Yeah, so I hope this is not the case. I'm really hoping. Yeah, and I'm talking to someone who's worked in multimedia, and they're giving me advice about that slowly. But yeah, I mean, I'm aware. I'm aware that there's a lot of courses out there, and you know that just like there's a lot of books out there, I'm aware of, you know, trying work into something and then realizing it may not work, and that's okay. You know, I'll be okay with it. I'll be at peace. You know, I'm not expecting anything. I think the biggest letdown is expectation. You know, you just have to kind of put it out there, be creative, and you're gonna grow regardless. You know, people are gonna listen, watch, read regardless, and I feel like, thank God I have this YouTube platform to do that, so that I can do that. You know, I'm not just someone just starting, putting a website out there with their first course and no social media presence, no way to promote it, no funds to promote it. They just put it out there, and of course 90% of those flop because there is no promotion. My mistake with the book, though, I published it, and a week later I promoted it. What it was supposed to do was shout it out within the first day of putting it out there, because the first 24 hours of a book is important. So that was my error. That's that. So anyway, it was a good book, though. It's called Finding Your Alignment. So you have to type Tony Bomboni to find it. Otherwise, you ain't gonna find it, because there's so many other books with similar keywords. So yeah, it's been on Amazon and Kindle. It's only like $9. You can read it for free if you got Kindle membership. But anyway, that's been published since 2019. But yeah, it was a flop. And that's where I feel like a lot of times I start something and then I quit, or I give up, or I just kind of let it go, you know. But I know some libraries and like online places also offer it, to sell my book. Like, you know, I mean, you can even find it on Walmart online, I think. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of these places, they're so oversaturated with other people's content too, that it's like, okay, you know, it's not like a big deal or anything, you know. So I don't know. I definitely was not one of those publishers that made millions off a book. Definitely not. And I'm okay with that. But also, a lot of the stuff I wrote was maybe a little ahead of its time too. It would probably be making more sense nowadays than back then, so that's also maybe another slip up. Maybe I should have waited until it made sense. But yeah, back then I did edit my own book. I published it on my own through Amazon Fulfillment. Like, I didn't do anything. I copyrighted it. I went to actually signed up online, sent a letter, and got a letter back, and paid the fee, $100 whatever to copyright it, like legally, so that no one could ever reproduce or duplicate that very material. And I even had a publisher, 2 publishers come on board and, you know, offer me deals and stuff, but I didn't want to spend 10 grand on a book that flopped. Like, no. So, but anyway, I'm just rambling again. I'm just talking about anything and everything at this point. Wow, 40 minutes of talking nonstop. That's a lot of information. So there you go, poopsies. I think there's nothing else to say, really. That's just been what's been on my mind lately and what I want to share with you. So thank you so much. If you like this ramble, maybe you will like these rambles, sit down story times, you want me to do more of these, subscribe. Appreciate it. And again, TonyBomboni.com. Get yourself a booking, listen to my ASMR albums, and stay tuned for that course. It's coming. It's probably going to be released by, no expectations, but September the latest. I'd be surprised if it was as late as October. set a deadline for myself, because you need to do that, right? I'm gonna get this done by September 30th, okay? That's my goal, okay? So that'll kind of push me and motivate me to get it done, so that I don't stall or delay, because I am a lazy person and I tend to make excuses. So we gotta keep going in life, no matter what fails, you know. Artists have albums that flop all the time, like musical artists, and they keep going. They still produce content, you know. YouTubers, they post a video, it doesn't get the views they want, but then it makes up for it somehow. Universe blesses you in other ways, you know, that you don't even realize or expect. So I believe as long as I put the energy out there, it's gonna come back to me in some way, right?